Common issues with Vault Azure Auth can be frustrating and challenging to resolve. This comprehensive guide will walk you through the key concepts and practical examples to help you troubleshoot and overcome these issues. Firstly, understanding the basics of Vault Azure Auth is crucial. Vault uses the Azure Authentication backend to authenticate with Azure Active Directory. This allows users to authenticate with Vault using their Azure credentials. However, issues can arise when configuring the Azure Authentication backend, such as incorrect tenant IDs, client IDs, or client secrets. One common issue is the inability to authenticate due to incorrect configuration. To resolve this, ensure that the tenant ID, client ID, and client secret are correctly configured in the Vault Azure Authentication backend. Additionally, verify that the Azure Active Directory application has the necessary permissions and API access. Another issue is the lack of proper role configuration. In Vault, roles are used to map Azure groups to Vault policies. If roles are not properly configured, users may not be assigned the correct policies, leading to authentication issues. To resolve this, ensure that roles are correctly defined in Vault and mapped to the corresponding Azure groups. Best practices for avoiding common issues with Vault Azure Auth include regularly reviewing and updating the Azure Authentication backend configuration, ensuring that Azure Active Directory applications have the necessary permissions, and testing authentication regularly. It is also essential to monitor Vault logs for authentication errors and address them promptly. In conclusion, common issues with Vault Azure Auth can be resolved by understanding the key concepts and following best practices. By ensuring correct configuration, proper role configuration, and regular testing, you can avoid common issues and ensure seamless authentication with Vault Azure Auth.